Ergs or Mikey Erg?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Have you not heard of them, or you just don't like them?
I have not heard of them.
Oh, okay.
I was like, I don't.
That made it sound like, oh yeah, I know them and they're shit.
No, I don't know them.
Glenn not hearing of a band or a singer or anything? Preposterous.
Much to tell you. Please
All right.
come back to Philadelphia.
They're actually from Scranton.
Fucking posers.
I know, right?
Here we go.
That's right.
Hello. Oh, don't do that, Matt.
What was that night? Was that good or?
What is he doing?
Welcome to the show. What show? We don't know. We don't have a name for it. 24-Hour Purple People. The original. The original three.
Original flavor.
Saying hello to everybody
Which
out
is usually
there.
the worst.
Yeah, right.
So who were you just talking about a second ago?
The
Menzingers?
Menzingers? They're a band.
Like David?
Yeah, David Menzinger.
Yeah, you
He's
know
one of
Dave.
them, right?
Yeah, David Menzinger is definitely one of the Menzingers. No, I don't
I'm
think
getting
so.
confused as Meltzer or something.
Davey Menzinger.
Davey Menzinger.
Hi. We're going to talk about soccer, believe it or not, I think.
Some.
Some maybe.
We'll fit it in.
Yeah.
If we
So,
can.
I don't know. We, like, a little while ago, we decided, let's just do something fun. So here it is. We're just gonna sit around and talk about whatever the hell we want to talk about.
Yeah.
The Menzingers, maybe.
The Menzingers, apparently.
No.
John has instructed us not to look at any of the cameras,
Yeah, we're not
which is
supposed to
making
look at
me
the cameras, so...
look at both cameras.
yeah, right? I keep waving.
I
I'm
think
like,
you
hey,
guys
camera.
decided not to look at
Hey,
cameras.
camera.
I'm not worried about cameras. This is not the show that we were on, obviously,
Yeah.
where I would bitch at both of y'all about looking at cameras, especially Glenn, that I don't know what you have, like a shrine in the corner of your house. But now you're looking at the camera all the time.
I always thought you were watching TV off camera.
I was watching TV. There's a TV right there. I always had a soccer game on.
I mean,
Did
at
you
least
not know that? There's always a soccer game on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do remember that, actually.
in the middle of a show.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's in the background. I was
No
concentrating on what we were talking about.
No wonder that show sucked. Sucked ass.
Hey,
I'm
like-
always distracted, though. Like, that's the natural thing for me. Like, if anything else is going on, I'm like a squirrel. I'm like, oh, a nut over there.
There's a big there's many benefits to not doing this live and not doing it in sort of the format that we were. For one, we're not looking at the barrel of a camera, which adds 10 pounds to your face, right? That's what they always say. And also, that just makes me really fucking nervous, you know?
Does it make us deeper?
No, food makes me deeper.
Oh.
Cards make me deeper. But
Beer.
now I get to look at your beautiful mugs.
no.
And look at John's all like hidden behind all his.
I know. I like the
His
fact
gimmick.
that I'm across from this laptop screen where it kind of hides my
Identity.
deepness. So
You're not deep at all.
By the way, we came up with the word "deep" for
For large men.
alternative.
Yeah, Glenn and I
We're not
we're not
wise.
wide,
We're
right?
deep.
Look at that. That's normal. That's a normal human being.
That's regular.
This is deep, guys.
deep.
There's a lot of depth to my body.
All right.
Extra depth.
Before we lose all viewers,
Bye.
now we're not live, but like I said,
My mom just tuned out, by the way.
I might have said this on the previous takes, but the original concept of 24-Hour Purple People is not like completely dead. We might go back to that. It might not be us three. It might be somebody else. Who knows? So we'll see. But nevertheless, we're going to be all one purple family.
Whole family.
Right. I
Wait, does that mean we're gonna fight with each
Yeah, I
other?
got a lot to say about that term. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh boy.
Purple family in the off season was a little rough.
It's actually a lot more like a real family in that there's a
Right.
shitload of infighting and
Yeah.
everybody hates each other now.
So much drama.
Yeah.
And we're just trying to support soccer.
And we're not even in the LBC.
Nope.
It's a fucking shame.
It is.
But we'll get to that, I guess.
Where's my red card button?
Oh,
There isn't one.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about that anymore.
yeah,
either.
take that. I can talk all the fuck I want.
We are unbridled. The reins are off, baby.
Woo!
Well, I think when we were talking about, like, when we met up and, like, talked about doing a show like this, like, I think, like, all three of us dealt with all all the drama, for lack of better terms. Like, you know, we all dealt with it different ways and stuff. Like, you know, for me, well, I think mine just like is ever changing. Like, I'm a bad enough person when it comes to. I think I said to you guys, like, when I commit to something, I really, really commit to it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's going to be hard for me to decommit from it. But if I decommit, it's going to be almost impossible to get me to recommit. Which I was actually talking about 24-hour purple people. But I think the same analogy could be said.
Yeah, that applies to every area of your life,
right?
right?
Yeah, right? So, I don't know. But, I mean, it's been interesting to say the least. But I can say this at the end of the day. Like, you can take whoever you want to say, anybody that you, I don't know, you read tweets, you heard something they said, they had something they did. They were on one side of this fence and you're on the other fucking side. Like, I don't see how people just do not coexist. Because I respect people's opinions. The thing is people that are really mad, right? They love the team too. They love both the teams too.
A lot.
Okay?
Yeah.
And we have always, all three of us, always been involved above the level of going to games, above the level of going to every game, above the level of being season ticket holders, above every level that you could name in a lot of ways from the get-go. Yeah. So for us, it ran a little deeper. So I don't know where I'm going with this exactly, but
I like it.
I'm gonna end on this note.
Okay.
Like, I feel like I said this from the beginning too. Yeah, everybody can feel the way they want to feel. They can. It's America. You got freedom. You can protest something if you don't like it. You can say what you want. You can, and I'm not gonna like hate this person because all they did for 2 months is say bad things about the club, or they still say bad things about the club. I don't care, because generally speaking, here's the way I judge you. When I talk to you in person, when I talk to you, whoever, when I talk to you in person, that's how I judge you by. If you're a nice person to me, I'm going to be nice to you. And I don't really like look into people. I try not to judge people like that and stuff. So, that being said,
You judge me.
You judge
pretty
me.
much fucking constantly.
you
right?
two.
You judge us all the time.
So, I told you guys, and I'm not going to dive into it. I was heartbroken, I think was the word that I used. And I was, because I felt like we had a really good thing going with 24-hour purple people. Hey, 83 subscribers on YouTube is tough. Trust me. I have another channel that I've messed around with, and it's been around for a long time. It's like 350 subscribers, and it's been around way longer.
Brag.
Right? Yeah, right? So like, you know, we know we got some people out there that enjoyed the show, and for us, I think it's just here we are, right?
What appealed to me about this format and doing it this way is that everything that we're going to do now is just a byproduct of us kind of hanging out and getting together, right?
Yeah.
That's the whole point of this. We just happen to have a microphone.
We just can't go bowling.
We cannot go bowling. Why can't we go
Why can't we go bowling?
Well, how are we going to record at the bowling alley?
I mean, you can record at a bowling alley. It's like, I have a portable recorder.
Pins getting knocked around.
It'll be
back?
fine.
I record people at the bowling alley all the time, and they have no idea.
That's in the
They have
bathroom.
no
though.
fucking clue. It's really easy.
All right.
Wow, that got off topic and kind of creepy.
Yeah. So, to kind of piggyback off what John was saying, like, this is something sort of supporting this team and this fandom and this crazy thing that we do. It was a very fun, right? We took it very seriously, but it was fun, and it wasn't very serious, right? This is sports, right? This is not real life. This is not something that is life or death, correct? But once all the reporting came out, all the Yates stuff came out, it wasn't fun anymore. I think that's really the crux of it for me. Is like it's now too far. It's not fun anymore. And at the end of last year, I was just fucking exhausted. We had the Yates report on October 3rd, right, and then the City game on the 5th. And by the end of that weekend, I was just kind of disgusted with just everything, from just the fan base sort of turning in on itself and just sort of going to war with each other, whether it be online or confrontations in person. I don't know, man. It's not something I wanted to be a part of, quite frankly.
For me, the hardest part was these are people that we spent a lot of time with, right? Like, 'cause
Yeah.
most of the people that are in the supporter section are people that were there from the beginning, and these are people we know fairly well.
We've
and,
known for almost a decade.
yeah, and we were very divided,
Yes.
and it just, I don't know, it was kind of heartbreaking and
You
kind
hate
of
to see
disappointing that, like, these people that you cared about, that, you know, you talked to all the time, you used to hug every time you see them, now they're not talking to you, and, like, you're opposed on something I feel like we should all have agreed upon, like...
The vibes were way off, you
Yeah,
know?
it was...
You could feel it
think-
in the air.
No, but what you just said though, something that we all agreed on. Like, okay, we all agree. Okay, most people, I would think, a very high percent of people agreed that what happened was bullshit, it was messed up, and it needed to be fixed, right?
Yeah.
And it wasn't right. Now, past that point, that's where people quit agreeing.
Yep.
That's where they quit. Because nobody, who in that stadium is like, you know, abuse of women, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't know everybody in that
Well, you
stadium.
know what I'm trying
I
to
understand
say.
what
But
you're
in
trying
general,
to say.
yes.
But I get... So, can I just, like, from my own personal
Go for
perspective,
it.
I think it's... Sometimes it's difficult when you see something that's pretty heinous that's happened,
Mm-hmm.
and you assume that everyone is reacting the same way you are and wants the same things you do and wants everybody to treat everybody with love and respect and to have the same outcome that you would have, right? Like, you assume that you all think the same way, and it's hard sometimes to see other people's point of view because
Yep.
you're so wrapped up in the event being so terrible and so horrific that,
Heinous
like,
is a good word.
you just assume that everyone feels as heartbroken and upset and wants the same result you do, and I think it's difficult to talk to people and not think that they want what you want, especially people that you've spent, like, a lot of time with, right? Like,
Yeah.
But define what you want. And I'm not saying you specifically,
Oh.
but like that's a problem. That's the problem too. Is like
exactly.
everybody was mad in different ways and was like, you know, this is what should happen. Fire this person.
Right,
fire this
right.
person. Fire this person. Then somebody would go back and be like, well, just fire this person. No, fire them. You know,
There's no right answer, right?
right?
That's
well,
the issue, and it's
Yeah.
really hard to, like, it's really hard to, because you have an emotional, this is not, like, something that affects you, like, it's an emotional reaction you have
Exactly.
to,
You
like, when
can't-
something that happens like this to somebody, and especially, like, to me, the team felt like it was, like, part of my family, like, these are people that, like, I would go to bat for, right, like,
Mhm.
and I don't know most of the players or coaches very well, like, I'll be honest, but still, it felt like my community and something bad happened in my community and I wanted it fixed.
Yeah.
And I wanted it fixed in any way possible. And I wanted people who were held responsible for what they did.
It's hard even now to talk about any of this without getting emotional,
Yeah.
right? But
But-
that's how you know you're still alive, right? I guess. I don't.
So I will say, I think that personally, I grew a lot as a person because I realized that I have to take more time and talk to people and get an outside perspective and realize that, you know, I may think that we're going to fire one person and it's going to make everything better, but is it really going to change anything?
Right.
You know what I mean? And just because that's my opinion doesn't mean that's what John should think, and that's not what Matt should think. Like, you guys should think whatever you want, and we should discuss it. Like,
Yep.
and that's the biggest issue, is there shouldn't really been a divide, right? Because we all should have been talking to each other. Because we're all friends and we all care about each other. So have a conversation instead of tweeting about how this person sucks because their opinion. Like,
I think that the message that was all unified, right? Like sexual assault, all this, it's bad. We need to protect players.
Yeah.
That's a unified message, but the way that the message came across is not the way everyone wanted it to, right?
Yeah.
People took umbrage to the protests. People took umbrage to a lot of things, and I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, again, everybody had to cope with it in different ways. We all felt it, and we all felt it in our hearts, and it sucked. But I will say this: I think that progress has been made, and I also think that and for you two to sit here and not agree with progress has been made, you would be very hypocritical, because you two are sitting here doing a show that's going to be focused on Louisville City and racing. So, you know, something has changed, right? something's changed that took you from that point A to point B. So what was it? I mean, what was it for you guys? Like for me, I mean, I don't think there was necessarily a point, but even let's just call it what it is. Even back in November, December, whatever, everybody was sitting there going, well, when the season rolls around, they're going to think, well, from their point of view, season rolls around, wounds all, cures all.
It's sort of the fundamental question that, for me, this is how do you support the players and the staff without also compromising like your own values in supporting an organization that you think has done wrong and has not done maybe enough yet to win your favor back, right? I know for me personally, I'm not spending money with the club right now because...
And a lot of people have chosen that.
Yes, and that's that. I vote with my dollars. That's the way that I feel as an individual I can actually maybe make some change, right?
I'm going to find it difficult to not be able to buy beer.
I feel you. And those new racing kits
Yeah.
are, wow, they're lovely, and I want one. But
Wait, one of these new racing kits?
yeah, one of those.
One of these?
You asshole.
On my way over, I found one of these at Dick's Sporting Goods. That's pretty nice, right?
Everybody listening at home is really going to dig this portion.
Yeah, all the listeners are gonna love that I'm holding up the House 2 kit and I'm just showing it to the camera. But they have Dick's Sporting Goods and they even have fat guy sizes, so deep guys.
Deep guys. And
Deep
I don't
guys.
disparage you for doing that. You can. It's your money, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can spend it however you feel.
I'm not going to look
right?
down at anybody wearing a new kit for either
Nope.
team and be
No.
like, oh, look at that dude. He supports the violence in the stadium. And, like, shit, man. Have some common fucking sense. And also, just don't let social media dictate what you're, like, feeling, thinking, whatever. Like, if you scroll through Twitter, Facebook, name the book, and you don't... And like it's affecting you, then fucking quit looking at it. Because a lot of the shit's negative, even if it's not related to what you were concerned about at the moment, which was everything with Soccer Holdings. So, and it's still that way. And guess what? Just mute people if you don't want to really hear what they got to say. But I like to see both sides of the spectrum. So, to your point, Matt, like supporting the players, like that's what we talked about at the end of last season. That's why we kept going to games because these guys, Louisville City had the most wins in club history last year.
Right.
They were a killer team. They
Wonderful
fell
season.
fell just short of winning and getting a third star. And we weren't going to just
All right, we
cut
can
it all
debate the
off.
championship was a little bit further than just short. The championship match was a little bit further
Well,
than just short.
get
I
out.
mean,
They won the Eastern Conference Championship.
They did,
but they
So-
did.
which to me is more important than the
Right.
actual
With
championship.
A little
Who
bit of
cares?
stress in those matches, yes, but anyway, we weren't going to just stop and you cannot cold turkey this. That was another thing I said to Glenn. Like it's really hard that you can't just turn it off completely. But like what you said, not supporting the club in the stadium with your dollars. I mean, that's one way. That's another form of protest. That's the equivalent of you're making a banner, you're wearing teal or whatever it was at the end of last season. It takes it actually further because you're hurting them where it hurts, right?
Yeah.
And it's also a protest in a sense that you're showing that.
You vote with your dollars, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're showing that. So
I somewhat agree with Matt. Like I was looking for a way to support the players and the staff.
It's
Because,
hard, man.
I mean, I'm not trying not to spend any money with them as best I can, obviously. But I want to be there to support the team. Like I do want to support the players, and the players even said in the last town hall that they want people to come back to games and things. They want to be supported. So
the town halls have been pretty.
That's
Positive,
when
right?
when you mentioned
Yeah.
progress. That's what I thought of was the town halls, right? And for a lot of people, it's going to be too little, too late, or not enough, and I understand that. But I do think that coupled with these extended signings that we've gotten from Howell and from the other players, something must have changed, right? Like they wouldn't sign here for a long term
they felt uncomfortable.
if they felt uncomfortable.
Yeah, Pickett said like whatever. Remember that quote? She was like, as soon as I was here, I want to be here. She hasn't played a game.
Yeah.
This is her first year. She's like, I want to be here basically the rest
So
of my
there
career.
has to have been some sort of cultural shift, even if it's a small one.
Yeah.
Is it enough for me? Not yet. Not enough to spend money with them again.
Yeah.
But that's just me personally,
And I'm still not happy with Soccer Holdings personally. And I mean, I have my own opinion about O'Connor.
Yeah, and not to put you on blast, but like you go a little further than I do, and that's okay, right?
I mean, we all gotta go. We gotta go, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
We all feel how
There's
we
a
feel about things.
bathroom right down the hall.
Yeah.
I've already
But-
wet myself.
But yeah, I think we all have our own opinions, and I think that's nice, and it's good to talk to other people that have opinions outside of yours and try to see where they're at and gauge how they feel.
I mean, for racing, Beverly, Coach Bev, probably made a huge difference, wouldn't you think?
yeah. I mean, right? Somebody who has experience in the league.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would think that made a big difference in how the players felt. Like, because now you have a female in the coaching staff where, you know, they might be more comfortable, obviously, talking to her about certain things if anything is to come up. I feel like the town halls were progress, and I think they should have not forgot about the chairs on the first round, but they did have chairs the second round for people to sit in.
One of the big things for me was that all throughout this process, we hadn't gotten any acknowledgement that Soccer Holdings had done anything wrong. And for the first time, at that first press conference, I saw one of the other wonderful content creators for City and Racing. I don't remember their names because I'm bad at this. But they mentioned that candidly, O'Connor said to them, "I fucked up,"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and that's something, man. That's one of the things that I've been looking for is for somebody in power, for somebody that's representative of the organization to come out and say, we fucked up, we did the wrong thing, and now we have to make up for it.
I'm really old school, and I think that if you knew you fucked up, you should leave.
I don't disagree with that.
You should take responsibility for the mistakes you made, and you should.
That's a vet.
That's my own personal
That's
opinion.
valid. That's a very valid.
You don't have to do that. No one has to live by my code, right? We all
Right.
live by our own thing. So, but that's I don't know.
And
Admitting that you did something wrong is all right, but there should be actions that go along with it. So
Yeah,
but
I 100% agree. And I don't know if I've said it before, but any feelings that you have, this confusion, fucking befuddlement, anger, sadness, all of it is valid. All of it is justified. I can't fault anybody for feeling the way they feel about what fucking happened.
And if you see any of us if you see me at a game, feel free to talk to me. I'm open to having a discussion with anybody. I want to have now civil discussion. I mean, don't come up to me and punch me in the face.
Punch him in the
And
face.
tell me I'm a terrible
Right in the mouth.
person. But I definitely don't mind hearing other people's opinion. I like talking to people because it helps try to work out how you're feeling, right? If you can gauge how other people are feeling. So
Punch him first and ask him how he feels.
While he's on the ground.
I'm bleeding.
But this is one of the reasons why we wanted to sort of have this discussion, right? We wanted to be candid. We kind of wanted to lay everything out on the table because we didn't come to the decision to do this show again lightly. This wasn't something that was just overnight. It took a lot of reflection, and it took us to digest the information a lot longer. It took months, right?
Yeah.
And I know that, Glenn, you were sort of the catalyst behind all this, right? It was sort of your last second reprieval because I was done, right? I didn't want to be on a show anymore that sort of, I don't know. I was done, but your idea of let's just do it in person, let's just hang out.
Let's just go over to John's house.
Let's just go over to John's house,
hang out in
eat
John's
drink his
basement.
beer,
and let's do it when SmackDown's on.
and RuPaul's Drag Race. Let's not forget. No spoilers.
No spoilers.
No spoilers.
This is not going to be live, so we don't have to worry about spoilers.
I go by ratings, pal. All right. So, all that being said, here we are. Okay, I think we do. One thing we can all agree on is we do feel better than we did when that report broke and the sky was falling for everybody. And I also think that generally speaking, the community is also healing. But the reason that we've been talking about this for 25 minutes is it is a big deal. And it still is a big deal. And I'm very interested to see how it affects match day, which is,
Tomorrow.
gentlemen, tomorrow. Louisville City at home for the first time, a 3:00 start. Very interested to see how this all plays out. I'm not a day drinking individual, and I think I've had.
What did you just say?
I'm not. No. Well, let me hear me out though. I could. Not,
I think he just lied to us.
So you don't drink hard liquor?
Yeah.
No.
Just
no,
beer during the day.
No.
Just beer and wine during the day.
No. What I'm saying is
The guy with sunglasses on
I
inside doesn't
can't-
drink during the day.
That's because there's too many lights in here, and These glasses are like $15.
He's talking about me. He's blinded by
It's your aura.
the radiance that I put off.
Yes, but no, I can't drink too much. Like I can't drink a lot. I don't see how the tailgaters. Like I don't see Michael. You know, he'll like tell me like, "Oh, I started drinking at 9 a.m." I'm like, Michael, like bourbon?
Do you have a liver?
For the time being.
I love that guy. I just don't want him to.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
It's not for everyone.
Weak.
Anyways,
Weak.
who are we playing?
We can work on that. You know?
El Paso Locomotive.
Oh, the choo-choo train.
The
Yeah.
choo-choos.
What about this team?
What about which team? El Paso or our team?
Yeah. Well, actually, let's
Fuck El Paso. Let's talk about our team.
let's say this. First off, we're not live, as you can tell.
Mhm.
We'll probably post this tomorrow morning, I would think.
Ooh, tomorrow morning.
Yeah. So there's gonna be an audio form of the show, and then there's gonna be a video form of the show, and again,
It's the same shit. Same shit,
it's the
guys.
same show,
Same show.
except one of which you do not have to
Look at my
see it.
beautiful
Quit
face.
looking at the damn camera.
You don't have to look
Oh,
at how
sorry.
deep we all are.
I'm so
I'm
pissed
so
off
cheap.
that Glenn's looking at the camera.
He really hates
It
that.
took
I'm really
months.
excited.
20 episodes.
Months.
He can't look at the camera once. Let me just do this, but don't worry about it.
Oh, look at that guy.
But
Hey, look
20
at that. He's so
episodes.
handsome.
all right, but okay, let's not talk about El Paso. Let's talk about Louisville City so
Wait.
far.
El Paso hasn't won a game yet, and they've played 3.
But we're not talking about them. We're talking about
So
Louisville City so far.
how good are we? Like, we've won 2 matches, right, on the West Coast. We had a 3-1 victory over Orange County. Good game, right? Ownby had 2 assists. We played pretty
Mhm.
well.
You did.
I thought the goal we gave up was a little disorganized at the back. And then we played in Monterey where there was a cheap red card, I think, and we had to play like
Cheap
30,
is a word for it, sure.
almost
cheap
30
word
minutes.
might be a little.
But Ownby scores a goal, which I don't even know how that went in the goal. Like, I watched that back at least 5 or 6 times. I can't figure out how that, like,
Crazy.
the ball must, like, it must, like, materialize back in the back of the net.
Near
right?
post
Like, 'cause-
through 3 defenders
Yeah.
and a keeper.
And the keeper.
Yeah.
You know why you couldn't tell how it went in there?
How? Why?
Because of USL broadcasting.
Oh, well, you know,
Which is also why.
we didn't get the suspension overturned.
Yeah.
So how good do you think the team is, though? Like, you've won 2 matches so far, right? You've only played 2, you've won 2.
Well, I can definitively say that we're wonderful after 2 matches. That's all it takes is 2 matches.
So- Do you see any areas of improvement
Well, yeah, obviously. I would. At
Hey,
this
Kroger.
point, yeah. If,
at Kroger?
What if you?
What if you?
What if you went to Kroger? Sorry, go ahead.
what was I talking about?
We're talking about
Come on.
improvements. What would we
Two-
improve?
2 matches.
2
Um,
matches in.
I'm going to talk about what we were good at. I thought Tosh played wonderfully. I thought he had great
Yeah.
angles. I think he hustled his ass off last game.
He played really well.
He played really well. He's in really good form to start the season, which is good to see. I thought Ollie scared the shit out of me quite a few times, but I do.
Ooh.
But
Yeah.
he got it to work, right? He
And-
recorded a clean sheet.
Yeah.
He got to the
Roller
ball
coaster ride,
first.
though.
He got to the ball first on
that
that
was
card.
close.
We okay. You got to the ball first. I think we're. I don't expect anything less than Eastern Conference champion at this point.
2 games in, you
Yeah.
think it's an Eastern Conference championship team?
So far, yeah. I mean, we've had such.
What about some of the health issues we've had so far? Like, we've had some.
Oh yeah,
some
Sharpie.
More than I think we were expecting. right
Yeah,
off the bat,
Wilson
right?
Harris. We're losing Winder
Yep.
for Team America camp.
And probably in May we'll lose
Yeah.
them for much
And
longer.
Losing to Portugal forever. Yeah, there are some issues. I thought Jordan Scarlett played well. I liked
Did as well.
I like splitting time with Winder in that last game. I thought
Yep.
that was good, and I have a lot of confidence in Scarlett to be able
Same.
to play well in that position.
I think we have a little bit of a communication issue on the back line at times.
Okay.
I think that's something we need to work on a little bit. Personally, that's what I think I saw, and maybe some communication. I think some of the issues that we have with the goalkeeping may have been also
Mhm.
related to communication.
Okay.
So there are a couple of times maybe came for balls that he didn't have to come for and things like that.
Scare
But
the shit out of us. Yeah.
But I think that those are things that are going to come with time as they play together, right?
Mhm.
So I think that's going to get better.
I think we're maybe a little disjointed on that left side with Mushikalusa a little bit. He's still kind of on an island over there. I wish he could. We would integrate that more. Still, it's kind of an issue we had last year. I mean, he's scoring a ton of goals last year, and he's already got one this year. So he's off to a good start, but we're gonna need full force
Yeah.
You think the USL would allow? I mean, can we just play this like this? I think that doesn't USL Tactics do this a lot, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, but he's got USL in the name,
Yeah,
so that means
we don't have USL in the
he's
name.
got connections.
Yeah, he knows somebody at headquarters, HQ. We don't know anybody. We're just
USL should be happy we're watching.
Yeah.
To be frank.
the rain starts in this game, and I think that's where we got kind of disjointed, right? Like it starts to rain, and
We crushed them. We never looked. Okay.
Honestly, despite those couple heart attacks, I don't really think
The
that
Orange
Monterey
County
pressed
game?
us all that much either.
No, Monterey didn't press us very well.
No,
either.
I don't think they
But
really.
they got some threatening balls into the box that Ollie had to deal with.
And we had quite a few chances that we should have put in, right?
That's a pretty consistent thing, though. I can remember being on Barrel Proof with you in like 2019 and
Yeah.
talking about how we weren't finishing. So that's
But
not.
that's with a
not
lot
new-
of clubs, though. That's not just an exclusive LouCity problem.
See, that was a little bit disorganized to me at the back there. When
Hold on.
Yeah, Zapruder this shit. Back this
Yeah.
into the left.
Back to the left. Like we're all tracking back, trying to get back to the ball.
I mean, the man was marked.
Yeah, but it wasn't like a world-beating shot.
Did
like,
it?
No,
did,
he had space. He had plenty of space.
yeah.
did either of you
It's
guys
raining.
feel like a magical moment when Niall McCabe scored the first goal of the season? To me, that I was like, oh, that might be like a really good omen.
Yeah, after
You
coming
know
off
what I mean?
injury.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like- I don't know. That just felt like
Wasn't it from Omi
I got that
too?
Yeah.
weird.
Like,
I got that weird feeling. I was like, oh man.
this is a good team, and we're pretty. I would say the depth is there this year that maybe we've never seen before,
Yeah.
right? Like I feel like we have had a lot of injuries, but we have.
We had record
Depth.
retention for a USL club.
That goal was sweet.
So I think it is easier. It is easy to say that yes, this is a good team this year because we were a good team last year, and we kept what 25 men. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, good retention. I mean, we definitely
Unbelievable retention.
we've
Woo!
done really well
Mm.
since we joined the league at retaining players. Like
Yep.
this team has done a really good job at keeping guys around.
It's really the key to our success, to be honest. We all these people have had time to gel. And when we talk about racing later, we're going to talk about how the team is actually we have a full team, right? It seemed like last year we were sort of constructing the team as we went along in the season, but we've had a pretty full camp this year. So I'm excited about what racing can bring to the table with that kind of retention.
I mean, what is it? PDP got his 200th cap, right?
Yep.
Like,
They'll honor him before the game on tomorrow.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're gonna do a pregame thing where they I guess they're gonna give him like a gold watch or something. I don't know.
So could the viewers see the highlights, or could they see us?
No, they were seeing full screen highlights.
Okay.
But I'm gonna have to find a better way
I'm
to.
just curious.
Yeah,
They can
I have to
see.
find a better way to, because see now it's like it's out of sorts.
It's good that we're doing this on the
Obviously, we're
fly.
going back to the highlights. They were way better
Yeah,
than
that-
seeing us.
Yeah, we don't look so good. I'm so deep.
Speak for yourself.
I mean, you look amazing.
Thank you.
A
Behind
little
your
sweaty, to
sunglasses.
be honest.
Yeah.
I don't.
Me?
Yeah,
Oh wait a minute. Let me rewind a little
you're
bit.
basically sucking on your fingers the whole time you've been doing this. But do they smell good?
It tastes good.
You've got some really nice hand soap in your bathroom, by the way. White
you.
Barn, fancy.
White Barn?
Ooh.
Yeah,
That's hot.
that's that good shit. Yeah, dance on them.
Woo.
Dance on
What do you
'em.
think of Matiti on the back of the kit? You like it?
Yeah, I do like it.
I do too.
I've been trying to. I'm a Boardwalk Empire fan, so I've been trying to call him Nucky because Enoch, but Matiti's better. it's much better.
A nice ring to it.
Yeah, let's
Um,
silently watch this. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
felt-
that's good airtime right there.
It was like a split second. We're good. We're fine. We
I
kept
felt-
their attention.
I felt like I don't know about you guys, but I felt like at first in the
Yeah, I don't want to watch
we
that.
don't want to watch that. At first, here we go. In this Monterey match, I felt like we looked better. Quit recommending me to get in shape, damn it.
Damn, what are they trying to say?
He's
That
the
guy
smallest one here.
Right?
That guy's gonna totally.
Imagine the ads we're gonna get.
He's gonna blow up now that he was on
Hey,
the
you
show.
fat fuck.
All right.
Have another donut.
Don't mind if I do.
So you kind of one of y'all said something about like how good are we? Like, can you even, like in other sports, we talk about, teams like I think we were talking about like the Arizona Cardinals. They
Yep.
started like 5-1, and then they didn't make playoffs or whoever it was this season. I can't remember NFL, but
you think about how few games there are, though, right? Like this is a different animal.
it is a different animal. Yeah.
I think at the beginning of the year you can't win You can't win the whole thing, but you can lose the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
So we're definitely not on that path. So that's good.
Matiti should have put that home on that one.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We had such...
That's not the only chance like that.
Yeah.
It felt like at first in this Monterey match that they were really focusing a lot on possession, which they are. As a matter of fact, I think USL Tactics might have been the one. Like, I can just watch Louisville City just kick it around. Like they flow so well.
Yeah.
Like, man, their passing is so crisp.
Been playing out of the back for like 10 years now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and it's like all the same players. Like you add in a handful of guys here or there, but most of these guys have been playing together since 2016.
By the way, in
2015.
case you were wondering, we did not talk about showing anything on this show like this. I just brought it up on the computer. See, that's how casual this is.
We're doing this shit on the fly, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
We have-
being that we are going to try to release this before the match tomorrow, somebody might actually listen or watch this. So, El Paso, well, I mean before the match. A lot of people are going to be already at the tailgate and not thinking about watching stuff and listening. But, I mean, how do we match up against El Paso? And I know that we have a lot of people on it. It seems like that injury list is a little too long for my liking at this point in the season. Second game in, way too many names.
I think that did Benton post that on Twitter? I think that's where I borrowed that from.
Yep.
That is like, what do you got? It's like
Wilson Harris, Josh Winder, Owen beyond on suspension.
Yeah.
Wes Sharpie.
Morton questionable.
Yeah, Morton questionable.
Gonzalez questionable.
Yep.
It's a long list.
Yeah.
And it's like not a list of like bench players. Like
Let me have a little bit of a callback. Speaking of Ownby, we're about to see this. We're about to see the reason
the
that
miraculous goal.
he is not going to be in the match.
Because the USL can't contain him. So he's gonna sit
You
him on the
can't
bench.
stop him. You can. Ooh, Matiti. The guy's a
Just
star.
dancing around people.
Oh, that was a close one.
That's
I
what
just
wanted.
just
Need
don't
that
make him
finish.
do it all himself. You know,
Mhm.
that's all I'm asking for.
Do you think that some of that gets to be like you feel like you want to do it yourself, so you like try?
I'm sure.
really
Yeah,
hard
these guys
to,
are
like,
extremely confident.
yeah, and competitive too,
Yeah.
right? You want to be the one
Here
that finishes
we
it.
go.
So, oh,
How on earth
that
that is?
doesn't seem like a red to me. I mean,
Well, it wasn't. It was a second yellow. It doesn't seem
Okay.
like a second yellow to me.
it doesn't seem like a red.
And I know you're
from a
supposed
second
to,
yellow.
yeah, you're supposed to call all the yellows the same, right? But there's always added weight on the second yellow, right? You always that always gets factored in.
I think he just
How?
he slips.
Fucking how is that
He's
yellow?
in possession too, right?
It's
like
crazy.
Ownby's possessing the ball. He
Yes.
just kind of loses his footing. Like
He makes a move on the ball.
he gets it out of the way.
I don't know either.
It's
He just runs into the guy. This,
he slips. He loses his footing and he slips into the guy.
but the studs weren't up. Like,
yeah.
it didn't really seem like a dangerous challenge to me.
So El
First
Paso,
clean sheet.
El Paso hasn't won a game yet, and
They're giving up like 2 goals a
Yeah.
game.
they gave up 1 to Sacramento, 2 to the Switchbacks, and 3 to Detroit City. So they're giving up quite a few goals. I mean, even with all the players we have that aren't going to make the match, we should be in good shape, I think.
I think the weather could be a factor, but I don't really think so. They
Isn't
played
the rain
rain
supposed
before.
to stop?
It's supposed to stop about noon.
Yeah.
It's actually probably going to be like peak. That's like peak conditions, right? You want
Yeah.
a
They were
little bit
saying
of
we
rain.
were supposed to get 4 inches. I don't think we got 4 inches of rain.
Today. I think
Think
maybe
so?
we did.
It was
Yeah,
consistent.
It's been raining pretty
Yeah.
consistently all day.
It took me an hour to get home.
Oh, man.
You work an hour away though, John. So I don't see how
He works
relevant
in
that
another
is.
state.
It's about 20 minutes. Hey, how about that?
That's us again.
How about that racing?
Oh.
They start their season tomorrow,
No, Sunday.
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 Well, I guess
Houston
tomorrow
Dash.
the show comes out, so you're right.
Yeah.
Smart.
I knew I planned that.
Yeah.
There you go, Laney Poffo. You genius here.
Yeah. All right. I think I'm very energized
Right.
about racing. I mean, I'm excited
Yeah.
about their season. Like I'm freaking pumped up. Like I cannot wait for that first home match next Saturday, April 1st.
April Fool's Day.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I didn't think about that.
So maybe there's not a match.
Oh.
It's an elaborate ruse.
That's
I'd
a
be
really
very-
good
I'd be
April
very
Fool's joke.
upset.
Fucking soccer holdings.
It's hard for me to get off work.
It's hard to say how well we're going to, because this is the Chaos League, right? It's hard to say how well, because a lot of teams, how well we're going to finish. A lot of teams have been retooled, right? The KC Current made a ton of offseason moves, so they look to be much improved. It's hard to say, but I do have higher expectations this year than I did the first couple of years.
It's playoffs or bust this season, right? I mean, I feel like this is a team that's deep enough. We need to at least get a playoff game.
And
right?
playoffs in this league, I don't know what the
Just
percentage is. It's like 75% of the teams make the playoffs,
Yeah.
right? I
Yep.
think that's a pretty the fair thing to expect, right?
I mean, we have the depth we need this year. I
Mhm.
feel like the depth is there. Maybe not as much in the midfield, but everywhere else.
Right.
And I feel like we shored up that back line a little bit, which I think was a issue for us maybe a little bit at the end of the season there.
I think we had a lot of players make a really good leap last year, and I don't see why that wouldn't happen again this year.
Yeah,
We've had a lot of
you're
scored a
right.
lot of goals
Yeah.
in preseason, right? They're starting out in good form.
Took down the rain.
They sure did.
Didn't a lot of the players got to play in another league, so they stayed
Right? They
Stay fresh.
fresh.
Mhm.
Yep, we had loans out in Australia, yeah, and a couple other places.
Yeah, Katie got that kit.
Which one?
Jess's.
Fuck yeah.
Wasn't she down in Australia?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or Hillary Beals in Australia as well, right?
think
As
so.
well as I think Alex
Yeah.
Chidiak as
By
well.
default.
went
Yeah.
home. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'm really pumped up about it. And first match is at Houston away.
Mhm.
Yep.
Houston has been a team that, they've been like kind of middle of the table at times, good at times, like off and on. Of course, first match of the season. They got some stars on that team, though. I mean, they got some good players.
I mean, there's stars
Yeah.
all across this league. Yeah.
Yeah. I think every team has stars on it, right? Like this is a deep league. There's a lot of decent players in this league.
And you can check out all those stars on FIFA 23.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, if you
Some of
squint.
them.
Yeah. What do you guys think about those characters? I sent John the initial picture that they put out of the player models. I believe ours was right. It was Jalen, right?
Yep.
That represented ours, and I sent that picture to John, and I said, "Look how fucking dirty they did Jalen. Like, it's not a
Yeah.
great representation." All the players have been going on social media.
She had a 5 head.
But yeah. So we discussed this though, right? Like a lot of these players should have already been in the game
Yeah.
because they play on the national teams.
Mhm.
So like there should have been some time to
Yeah.
develop the
Like,
rendering.
some of the international versus the club character models are different. Why is that? I don't know. Some don't have hair, and some do. There's a lot. Just go look it up online. It's kind of fun.
FIFA.
It's
has-
horrible. I'm sorry for the players who actually had to go through a full body scan and then they're delivered this shit sandwich. But
FIFA has been like, it has great like animations and stuff, but they need to work on a lot of the. Like, I hate the fact they don't have MLS stadiums, as corny as it sounds. Like, how hard is it to put those in the game? Like, I hate playing with an MLS team on there, and I'm playing at Frankfurt or something. Like,
I don't know. I like playing in Frankfurt, but
like an old German stadium.
old German stadiums are nice, right?
They are nice,
I
but
just
I
wanna
want to
see
see.
land.
I want to see. Yeah,
I want to see the NWSL stadium in
yeah.
there too.
I want to see the actual stadiums. They play.
I mean, everybody wants to see their own home stadium there.
And I
right?
know-
So you'd be like, "That's my seat."
And this is on EA for the character models in FIFA have been shit for years, right? They haven't really been reflective of the actual players.
They use the same engine for
Yeah.
Yeah.
ever.
And they also tend to ship incomplete games, right? That's kind of a trend within the gaming industry, right?
Yep.
And they certainly shipped an unfinished one with FIFA, with the patch included. At least it was free.
Yeah.
I don't know.
My socks have like been shot the entire time. Go ahead. Yeah, I mean, at least it's free.
Who the fuck's staring at your socks?
No one's looking at
I
your
don't
socks.
know.
Everyone
I
look
am.
at John's socks.
Everybody's looking at me.
That's what I've been looking at as my socks this entire time.
He's just staring at
Should I have
that,
ball
I'm
keys?
wearing sunglasses next time so I can stare at myself.
Hell
on the
yeah.
monitor.
We'll cycle around. We'll trade these around.
Oh, so I can sit in the big guy chair?
We'll all be Unabombers. We'll all be eco-terrorists.
that
But
sounds like a fun job.
I know what you're talking about. Downloadable content.
Downloadable content.
Hell yeah! Way to stay up on the current
I'm trying
trends,
to keep
John.
you. I'm trying to keep you going. FIFA, you're talking about.
Yeah, they
you get it for
ship,
free.
they ship incomplete games. I mean, it's kind of par for the course.
Right?
But
Like,
again,
they have been forever, though.
if I sat through a full like body scan session, and also I saw one of the players describe it as like you're giving them a crumb of credibility, right? a little crumb of validity in their game, right? Here you go. Now you can be in FIFA, right? Now we recognize you as like an actual player of the beautiful game, right? We're supposed to be thankful for it. But
Has the NWSL never been in the game?
No.
But they just added women to the game in what, 2021? Because they weren't on there before at all.
And even that seems
2020.
way
Really?
behind. Yeah.
That seems really behind the times.
Yeah.
2016,
Okay.
the women's national team.
Time flies.
But how many national teams did they have in 2016? What, like 4 or 5? It was still like a really limited selection.
FIFA 16, introducing women in FIFA 16. The models look pretty bad back then too. It looks like too.
They look probably about the same.
Although they have Alex Morgan, and her model doesn't look terrible in the 16.
I'm gonna tell you something I really like
Some are better than others.
Yes.
about this team, and it's not like anything on pitch. It's they're just a lot of fun. Like you follow them online, like this just seems like a really fun group of people.
They really enjoy
They
what
seem
they're
like they're
doing.
already having fun.
Yeah, they have Alex Chidiac in the locker room. Like I don't know how you're not laughing the entire time. She seems I don't know. They seem great. It's just a fun team to watch and follow. Also, is Big Perp weed? That's weed, right?
I thought so.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't
All right.
know.
I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying. I just thought that.
I
was weed.
assumed it was too.
I just thought it was a strain. It's fun. There's a hashtag, John. Go Big
Yeah,
Perp.
you know what
It's a whole thing.
you know
Somebody
what
yelled it
hashtag
out.
is. You can
Got it.
those
I'm following.
with the downloadable content.
Well, that was me. I didn't want him to get off his topic. He was talking about video
I
games.
know.
You know, once I get derailed, like I can't
Oh,
get
I
back
know.
on the tracks.
I
This is
know.
take 3, by the way, folks.
this-
So, yeah.
This one's the best of the 3.
Yeah, imagine that. Yeah, think about how bad the other 2 were.
Well, we stopped the other ones. We have a lot of things that we're bouncing here and trying to figure out. But as you can tell, like we're not really doing too much fancy stuff. We're just kind of having fun. That was kind of cool looking at the clips, though.
Yeah, that was really cool.
So-
I dig that.
Yeah, definitely.
So, I mean, you also have the Challenge Cup, right?
Yeah,
It's gonna happen
it's in game.
season.
Yeah, in game, in season this time, which I think is an improvement. I prefer that.
I do too. I dig that cup competition, right?
Mhm.
Like that's. So what do you think in that? Should we make the knockout rounds? Is that the goal this year, or?
Yeah, let's set that as the goal. Yeah, there's no wrong answers here.
Here's my goal for it. Participate. Don't break your legs.
Don't break your legs.
So you're not so you don't really care about
Just
bringing
do
the
it
Challenge
away.
Cup home.
Just fucking do away with it. Who cares? Like it's stupid. Like okay, it's the beginning of the season. Okay. Now,
As a preseason tournament, I agree with that.
now it's going throughout the season, which I understand is very similar to a lot
Open
of
Cup?
international cups and stuff.
FA Cup.
Yeah, it's fine, but just
EFL Cup.
I don't know. Do
Should I
it.
go?
Should I
Keep
keep naming them?
Do away with it.
I like
Next.
this.
And
I
then-
like cup competitions. I think it's fun, and it gives you another trophy to compete.
Well, if
for.
you're gonna, yeah,
Are they playing some of the games during the World Cup? Right, because we're having a World Cup break in the middle of the season as well. That's something else we haven't really
Yeah.
experienced. It's something else we got to factor in. But I mean, we don't know who's going to make the squad, right?
I'll give it a second. I'll give it a second shot this time around.
The
But,
Challenge
like,
Cup.
Yeah, but I just feel like it's like more. I guess because of the fact that I'm like I really want to make the playoffs,
Right.
and to me it's like anytime they play in a game that is not devoted to making the playoffs in some form or fashion, I'm like, how many ways are we going to possibly hurt our best players? And
Okay.
I don't know.
If we don't make the playoffs, but we
Win the Challenge
we
Cup.
win the Challenge Cup, how do you feel at the end of the season?
Not happy.
You're not happy.
No.
We got a trophy in,
Yeah.
in the trophy
We need a
case.
We've got the Wario Trophy too. We need to make the playoffs.
The Wario Trophy.
Yeah. When we won the Women's Cup, the Wario Trophy.
You're gonna have to show it. You're gonna.
Yeah,
Yeah. This
we have
is
to go look at that. I
You
don't-
fucking lost me on
Does
this.
it have like a
Yeah,
weird?
pull it up.
All right.
Pull it up so
Weird
that we
mustache
and
or something?
everyone else don't think you're insane.
Wario.
Is it just the Mario Cup turned upside
Yeah.
down?
No, it is from the.
It's from the game.
it's
from-
It's not actually from the game.
Well, so maybe someone 3D printed the thing from
women. Shit. I'm gonna have to go on. I'm not doing it. It requires Twitter.
It requires Twitter. That looks really good. Whose pretzel is that?
I don't know. I think
Tyler Grievers.
Oh,
I
it's
think
yummy.
the viewers are actually. Let's see.
They're tuning
Okay,
in.
now they can look at this pretzel by Tyler.
That is a really
Viewers.
good looking pretzel.
It's a quality. Looks like it's smiling
It
at
does
you.
look like it's
Look how
really
happy the pretzel
And it's
is.
like winking too, right?
People are in their car right now going, "This fucking sucks.
No.
Why would you listen to this?
This is shit."
give them a description of that pretzel that we just saw.
That pretzel was amazing. It was a really large, looked like a whole grain pretzel. Nice,
Whole
soft.
grain.
Yeah, maybe from a brewery, right? Because they use those spent grains. That's one of my favorite things, to go to a brewery and get a pretzel. that
Suddenly,
with
that
the
pretzel
spent
sounds way too.
grains.
You ever had ancient grains? Those are fun.
I
They
have.
taste just like it.
They just taste like regular
Yeah,
grains.
they taste, but they're ancient.
Yeah,
Give me the
right.
Wario
Yeah.
trophy,
My
damn
parents
it.
eat ancient beans because they're vegetarians. They eat ancient beans.
Do they eat sprouted cashews?
I don't know. I haven't seen that yet, but I'm sure it's coming.
I'm gonna give up on this damn trophy.
Don't
War-
give up. The Wario trophy?
Give
Is
up
that what I
on
should
it.
Google?
Huh?
Should I Google Wario trophy?
I tried to Google it.
It didn't work.
It's
It was at the top. When you were at the top of
the
this
true
thing,
the true fans know out there.
Dude,
true fans.
If you pull this cup up and it doesn't look like Wario, I'm gonna be mad.
it doesn't look at all like Wario.
We're talking about this? Is it this?
That's from Mario.
That's
This
from
is Mario Kart.
That's what I
Mario
thought it
Kart.
was, right?
Show the
Show the
camera.
camera. Show the camera. Wario's trophy.
No, it's not quite like that.
over. There you go.
There you go.
That's so. It's not. Then how's it the Wario cup if it's not like that? That's Wario's cup.
You know what? Let's just call this take 4. Let's start all over.
Yeah.
This is. Come on.
Back to the beginning.
I feel like this team can make the playoffs, and I think, as you said, they should. And we even said that last year, and that's what's kind of scary about it is we even said that last year. This team's good. They've got the talent. They can do it. We know they have the talent and all that. I mean, soccer's an interesting sport. Things just have to click in a lot of ways, So hopefully we click.
And even if everything clicks, I mean, there's a shitload of luck involved too.
Injuries and things like that.
It's
Like
kinda how it
hope
goes.
everybody stays healthy. Like there's a lot going on, and you have a World Cup break, so there's a lot of things.
Are we gonna get Nadia back this year?
I believe so.
Okay.
She's around. She was at some event. I saw her on.
I
Twitter
didn't know
the
how
other
long the rehab was gonna take.
So I don't know. I look at this team and I think that this is it, right? But I thought that I agree with John. Last year I looked at the team and I was like, man, we're deep and we're talented. We're gonna go far, and it just never panned out for whatever
Right.
reason. But I feel like this is definitely like when I look through this roster, I'm like, man, we're gonna kick everyone's butt. There's no one who can beat us.
Yeah, they're
right?
deep.
Like,
It's a deep roster.
yeah. And we fixed. I think defense was kind of an issue for us. We
Yep.
fixed that. It feels like we have a better back line.
Yep.
So
It should be interesting.
I'm excited.
But I'm looking forward to supporting them and being there. And racing games have a different vibe for me because we have seats, so that's also something exciting. I get to kind of sit down and enjoy the match from a different standpoint. So.
You know what? I'm gonna be at a game this year. I'm gonna end up. I know that I'm not gonna buy tickets, so I'll get in somehow.
We're gonna sneak you into the.
I
but-
have an extra ticket. If you
Yeah,
wanna go.
I
me
I
know.
have come around to the fact that I'm gonna be back in the stadium. I'm gonna I'm not gonna buy any beer. I'm gonna sneak it all in my belly, but I'm gonna be at some games this year.
Great. Now we're getting strip search if we go in with Matt.
What are they gonna reach down my fucking
Well,
throat?
he doesn't mean he's gonna swallow like a miniature bottle whole.
No, I was joking. They were gonna
I
strip search to see if he had it like around his belly, not inside of him. Like.
It is gonna be fun. Well, we'll wrap it up with this. So, we talked a lot about early in the show, especially, and keep in mind that little first 25 minutes of the show, we're not gonna talk about that necessarily all the time unless there's news. I'm just speaking for myself. We're gonna talk about the teams more.
Oh, we're gonna. Talk
Every week we're gonna recap why we're doing this.
This
but
week we're
In case
here.
you didn't fucking know, we're
Last
gonna
time on
hammer it
24-hour
home.
Purple People.
Wait, I thought we were gonna change the name of the show, like free kicks or spot kicks or two fat guys and a skinny guy.
We got to add USL to it.
Oh, two deep guys and a skinny guy.
Two deep guys.
Leave a comment and tell us what our show should be called, and we'll just name it that. But
We should call it Glenn's looking at the camera now.
yeah, fuck off.
No, I'm looking at the camera.
That's
Why
gonna
are
be
you
my.
looking at the camera?
I hate
I'm gonna
it.
be so
I hate
pissed
it.
when I watch this.
He's gonna be so angry.
You're gonna watch this? Ooh boy.
Yeah.
Good luck
Ooh.
with that.
Don't recommend it.
So
I would listen to it.
So
So where are we going here?
what I was gonna say was the watch party. There's a watch party tomorrow for LouCity.
Yes. I highly recommend if you're not going to be at the game that you go to the Cooper's watch party.
Where's it at?
It is at Mile Wide Brewing. It's family friendly according to their website.
So yeah, bring the kids.
But go check it out. And we just
Bring
went.
the kids, get them drunk.
I took Beth. Don't get kids drunk. 24-hour Purple People does not support kids getting drunk.
There we go. That was professional.
Anyway, I took Beth to Mile Wide on Friday for St. Patrick's Day. We went and had a pizza and had a couple of beers.
It's a great space, dude.
It's a really awesome
great space, great pizza.
Yeah.
Have I been there?
You should go. We should all go.
It's a really nice place, but I highly recommend. And I know that Jess and other board members for the Coopers have tried really hard to put this on.
Martine.
Yeah,
Shout out to Martine.
To give people a place to go that aren't going to go to games, so they can gather still and feel the togetherness of being at a match. So.
And if you take umbrage with that, with someone else enjoying it and this team in a different way, I don't know. Maybe fuck off. Maybe fuck off. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I'm not speaking for anybody else in the room.
I think that everyone should enjoy it however they want.
I think it's nice that there's an option, because I've talked to a lot of people. I personally know people who are also in the same boat as me, and they don't want to spend money with the team in order.
Wait, can I just say I thought we were
fellowship. That's what we're all here for, right?
Yeah,
like
to be together.
Soccer is community.
Yeah, right. It is absolutely.
And that's
how you build the game, right?
Yes.
It's through the community. That's how we got to where we are. Where we have an academy. We have
That's how we signed 2 new academy players today. That's how we got
Josh Winder, who's
a player
going
on
to make
Benfica.
us $1.5 million.
A kid from Louisville is playing in the fucking Champions League. Like, I can't understate how amazing that is to me.
We didn't discuss that, by the way. I was really excited to kind of talk about that. We kind of missed that.
How we might keep them. They might. I don't know.
I don't know how that works, right? Like, so if he signs that deal, his birthday is I think May 2nd, according to Transfer Market.
According to his birth certificate, okay.
I don't have that. I just have Transfer Market. So when he signs that deal, like, does he become a Benfica player the day he signs? Or are they going to sign something to give him back so we get some time here still? Like, how's that all going to work out?
Because, right, they only have, 3 or 4 games after that 18th birthday?
There's, 5 scheduled matches, I believe. Mm-hmm. And then there's possibility for Champions League.
Right.
So depending on how they do against Inter, will depend on what's going on there. We're boring John, by the way.
No.
Just asleep.
He's going to take a nap.
Just let him
right.
sleep, yeah.
But, I mean, it's crazy that $1.5 million for a kid from right around the corner that's playing soccer here in Louisville.
Oh, we got another one. We got another Winder.
Yeah. And we had, you think about Gomez before that.
Yep.
And if you think about also going back through the years, we've had a lot of players the first season, right? Matthew Fondy went and played a league up after he was here. Mm-hmm. We've had players from Mark Anthony Kay.
Yep.
Kyle
Smith. Still in MLS.
Greg went and played in MLS for a while. So we've had a lot of players that have been here that have moved up a league. Mm-hmm. Obviously, moving to Europe is a big step.
Yeah, that's
MLS,
huge,
but
especially at 18. Yeah. So we're talking about different circumstances, but yeah,
I'm excited. I think the future's really bright for Louisville City, and I think that the future of the game is bright in the city of Louisville. So if we all support it and
I know that you spoke at one point about MLS prospects, and I don't want to get into that now.
Oh.
But I do also have a lot of opinions about that. But we're not going to get into that this episode.
Yeah, I would love to get into that topic at some point because I have a lot of opinions. Gentlemen, behold,
good?
Here it is.
Oh, the Wario Cup.
Well, I'll be goddamn. That's a Wario Cup.
Told you.
Yeah, it is.
Look at that beautiful backdrop, though.
Can people see that at all?
Can you see that out there in viewerland?
They can't talk back.
No.
We can't see anything.
This show sucks.
Boo.
The tomatoes flying out of the camera at us.
Oh, gosh.
Tomatoes aren't cheap. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Balling on a budget.
So,
how about some eggs?
Let us know.
Yeah, dude.
Let us know on in the comments and stuff
if you hated this.
If you hated this, no. And what we talked about too, maybe down the road doing some of these live and stuff like that. Because one thing I'll definitely miss is chatting with people. I thought that was one of the most unique things about people can interact with the show. But I'm thinking too big.
I mean, we could theoretically do what we did live if we wanted to. We just talked. You could just open the YouTube.
There's one button that says live, one that says not live.
Yeah. So just hit the button that says live, and we just talk.
But
we need to work on getting ourselves.
We can't do those do-overs.
Right. It might not be good, but we can talk.
Yeah,
we'll just talk.
But nevertheless, it was fun to do this, and we don't really have one good thing about not being live. Here's the best thing. in all seriousness, is we don't really have to worry about what time we're doing it, and we all have crazy schedules, and so it's really tough for us. That was another thing that was really hard about Sunday nights is Sunday's kind of like my main chill day, like where I try not to do much, so it's like the show's a lot of work.
Yeah,
and,
you were doing lots.
So
yeah, you were
just it
unsuccessful.
took a lot of time.
I keep looking into the camera so that way when John wants to sit back, I'll be looking at the camera.
I'm already pissed about it, so you can look at it all you want now.
He's got shaking, clenched fists right over here. I don't know if you can see it on camera.
He's like, I couldn't get that fucking guy to look at the camera for 3 months, and now he just wants to
Yeah.
ham it up the whole time.
Yeah, but yeah, so we'll probably be doing this again in a couple weeks. We won't do every other week. We might do like when we can. So like next Friday night, I can probably do this again. But the Friday after that, I might not be able to. I might not make the second LouCity match. I'm not sure. But anyway,
You're going to Mania, right?
huh?
Are you going to Mania?
No,
No, you're not going to Mania this year.
I wish I was going to WrestleMania.
Casual.
Casual.
I can't wait to watch what happened on SmackDown tonight. Sure as fuck more entertaining than this.
I might agree there, actually.
All right. Any closing thoughts?
What you got, Glenn?
Treat everyone with love and respect,
Okay.
and
Punch Glenn in the face
punch
before
me in
you
the
ask
face.
him
and
how he's
see,
doing.
Yeah, if you ask me how I'm doing, first punch me, and then see how I'm doing.
I'm excited about this. I think we gave something to people that maybe they didn't expect. So that could be good. Maybe they hated it. I don't know. This might be the only show we do. We'll see.
Right?
Thank you for spending a little bit of time with us.
There are good surprises and there are bad surprises, right?
That's right. Yeah.
I hope this is a good one.
Yeah, we hope so. It was cool. I had a good time. I'm gonna have to really be careful what socks I wear. I've got some that could be taken the wrong way.
So we're in high tops.
Huh?
We're
Yeah,
some
we're high tops.
Yeah.
Get some Jordans.
Yeah.
I love these house.
Write it off on
slippers.
your taxes.
We need to get you a pair of Jordans right off your taxes.
What if I was like this though, show?
That's how it was in the chair you first gave me. I was doing this the whole fucking
But
time.
like, it's not on wide view, but it looks like
It's on deep
it,
view.
Doesn't it look like I'm?
Deep view.
It looks like I'm 8'5" right now.
You're 8'5".
Then what do we look like?
About
We're
5'9".
5'9".
We're like-
Oh man.
You actually look very tiny, and that's probably because you're next to.
Yeah, the
Two
two of
fatties,
us.
but-
Yeah.
Well, I
you
think.
do look really small.
Well, as you know, guys, we're using a GoPro for this main shot, so I can change it up. I can actually do like a
You can
different.
do fisheye lens or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Oh, like a Beastie Boys
You
video.
can do super view.
Because you can't.
super,
Come on, you
super,
don't
super.
stop.
view.
Whoa!
Ooh.
That was great. We have to get our
Everybody,
hands
be
like-
careful. I might incriminate myself
no.
on some of these wide shots. Oh.
Whoa.
Yeah, let's get it in tight on John.
We should get like.
All right, guys.
Anyway.
I think it's the end of the show. Thanks for watching.
I think.
Thanks
yeah.
for listening. Thanks for
Thanks
watching.
listening.
We did miss you guys very much. In all seriousness,
I
and we
hope-
appreciate very much that you guys did support us.
Yeah, man.
When the shows were going on, whether it be these two gentlemen or Ken and Hope, who both did a great job on the show.
Excellent.
And we'll both, I'm sure, at some point participate in
Hope so. Hope so.
some form of 24-hour Purple People, because we are kind of with this. It might be a whole new thing, all sorts of fun to be had. Stay tuned. Is
Whole new world.
all I'm saying about that.
I hope you didn't hate it.
We'll see you at the match tomorrow, or we'll see you.
Not me. I'm gonna be a White Reaper. Fuck yeah.
White Reaper isn't until the evening.
I gotta get ready.
White Reaper.
I gotta try on outfits.
Ooh, what are you gonna wear?
I don't know. I was thinking about. I got this Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers shirt. We'll talk about it.
Ooh.
Or go to the watch party.
Go to the watch
Go to the watch party
If
if
you
you
can't
don't
go
want to go to the
watch party.
stadium.
Come on, City. Come on, racing.
Come on, racing.
Right. All right. Peace out.
Peace out.
Mwah.